Bonjour, salut. Welcome to our live class. I trust and hope you're having a good day today. Salut, bonjour, 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 bonjour. J'espère que vous allez tout bien. I trust you are doing well today. So we're about to start our live classes. I'd like to see your chat. Okay, if you are in here, please, I'd like to see your chat. I'd like to see your hello, your bonjour, your salut if you are just joining us. Okay, so today we're doing how to conjugate ER verbs. Just need to be sure. Okay, we're doing how to conjugate ER verbs in French. How to conjugate ER verbs in French. That's what we're doing today. So in French, we have three groups of verbs. We have the ER, the IR, and the RE. So we're looking at how to conjugate the ER group of verbs in French. So I'll be waiting to see your comments, your chat. So if you are here, you just joined in. Sorry. Okay, just 1 minute. Right, I can see John. John says I. Welcome, John. I'd like to confirm everyone can see me loud, you can see me clearly, and you can hear me loud and clear. We're about to start how to conjugate ER verbs in French. Okay, John, I can see you. Okay, I can see Adetoro. Adetoro says I. Bonjour, bienvenue. Verbs to action words like walking, like yawning, like sleeping, like eating, like talking, like saying, and many more. That's okay. Adesoro says bonjour. Chidima says hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So these are what we want to look at in live class now. The action words, okay? Action words, action words, action words. So now in French, you need to know that we have three groups of verbs in French. I'm going to break it down for you before I get to how to conjugate the ER verb. And don't forget, if you have someone that is learning French, please and please send that person this live class link to join this class now, because many persons they have difficulties in conjugating verbs. They have difficulties in conjugating verbs, and I want you to know how to conjugate verb, and also want the person you know to know how to conjugate verb. So you have someone that needs this live class, kindly send the person the link to join this live class. So how to conjugate ER verbs? Let's start with that. But sorry, I mentioned we have the ER verbs, the IR verbs, and the RE verbs. Let me give you an example so you get what I'm saying. Okay, just a minute. So the ER verbs, we have something like parler. Parler is to speak. You see that it ends with ER. That makes it an ER verb. Then IR verb, we have something like rempli. Rempli meaning to fill up something. So you can see it. It ends with IR here. And then for RE verbs, we have verbs like vendre, to sell. You can see it. It ends with RE. So that makes it what? The third group of verbs. So this is the first group of verb. This is the second group of verb. And this is the third group of verb. So what does that mean? Anywhere you see a verb ends with ER, it falls under the first group of verb. Anywhere you see a verb ends with IR, it falls under the second group of verb. And anywhere you see a verb ends with RE, it falls under the third group of verb. So we have thousands of verbs that fall under the ER verb, thousands under the IR, thousands under the RA. I also have a book, Learn French with His book on how to I think we had over like 150 verbs in that book. So if you do not have that, you can just click our website. Okay, click our website, find a way to reach out to us through our website or on WhatsApp. So now you can see all these verbs now, they are called infinitive. Okay, sorry, just a minute. All these verbs, they are called infinitive. So why are they called infinitive? They are called infinitive because they are not conjugated. And what do I mean by not conjugated? For example, I cannot say I to speak. Of course, I'll tell you, what are the verbs you know? You can tell me, oh, I know the verb to speak, I know the verb to run, I know the verb to sleep. But then when you want to put it in a sentence, you cannot say I to speak. So that means the verb is not yet conjugated. So when you start putting the verb in sentences with the pronouns or the subject, for example, I am speaking, that is already conjugated. You are speaking, that is already conjugated. You get what I'm saying? And of course, you see that as the pronoun is changing, as the subject is changing, the same way the verb is changing. For example, I cannot say I am speaking, you am speaking. It's wrong. So the same thing applies in French. When we have not yet conjugated this verb, it's first called infinitive. En français, infinitive. Infinitive en français. All right? Infinitive in French. So don't forget, when you have not yet conjugated a verb, when you have not yet applied that verb in a sentence, it's called what? Infinitive. In French, infinitive. Good. So now, let's see how to conjugate the ER verbs. We want to start, that's our focus of today's class. But at least I've given you the foundation of verbs, right? That the first group of verbs are the verb that ends with ER. The second group of verbs are the verb that ends with IR. The third group of verbs are the verb that ends with RE. You see that? So now let's focus on how to conjugate the first group of verbs. That's what we want to look at in today's class. So I'd like to know where you're joining us from. If you're just joining in, I want to see your Sally. I want to see your bonjour. I want to be sure that we're here together. You're learning from this live class. You're enjoying this live class. And of course, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We always hold classes Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So why not subscribe now and turn on notifications so that anytime we want to start our class, you get it and then you join the free live class. So let's look at how to conjugate ER verbs in French. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. Parler. Let's do parler. So parler is to speak. Okay, you see that? Parler is the verb to speak. So how do you conjugate this verb? Don't forget, this is an infinitive. It's not been conjugated yet. That is what makes it an infinitive. So how do we conjugate this ER verb? So the first step, the best easy way I'll put is, right? Get your pronouns. Let's get our pronouns first. We have Joe, which is I. We have tu, which is you. Il and elle. He, she. Nous, and of course on. We or you. Nous. We, vous, you for the plural, then il, elle, they. Okay, so now this is how you start it first, right? So now, like I said earlier, while the pronouns are changing, the ending of the verb is changing. But don't worry, I'm going to explain it for you in this class. So the first step is take out this ER from your verb. Let's make it simple. Take out this ER from your infinitive first. Let's start with that. So when you take out the ER, what do you have? You have just PAL. P-A-R-L. Sorry. P-A-R-L. So let's write that for everything. P-A-R-L. 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 That's what you have first. You see, you have pal, 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 pal. Hold on. I'm trying to make this very easy for you. Okay? All right. So, of course, we took out the ER first, right? So, after taking out the ER, this is what we have. Good. So, now, let me explain to you that when you are now conjugating according to Joe, which is I, right? What do you add? You add E. Je parle. Do you see that? Je parle can mean I speak. Je parle can also mean I am speaking. So we have that issue where beginners say, why is it not je suis parle? We don't have that in French. You don't need je suis here. Je parle already carries the I'm speaking. I am speaking. So do not make the mistake to add je suis before your parle. Do you see that? So don't forget, when you are conjugating according to Joe, what did we add to our P-A-R-L? E. Simple. Now let's go to ES. When you are conjugating according to according to two, rather. Now we're back to two now, right? So when you are conjugating according to two, you want to say you are speaking. You're not going to add the same E you added for Joe. No. What are you going to add? You're going to add ES to parle, not to pass. The S is silent. You see that? To parle, meaning you speak, or what? You are speaking. Don't forget, you don't need your verb être here. You don't need your verb to be. You don't need to say to parle. To parle already says you speak or you are speaking. Simple. So look at it. You see that for Joe, we added E to the parle, the P-A-R-L. Don't forget the step. You have to do not forget the step. And try my best to break it down the simplest way for you to understand this. And you know how to conjugate verbs stresslessly in French. Don't forget, the first step is we're conjugating parler, right? Parler. But when we want to now conjugate it with the pronouns, we move the ER and we have just P-A-R-L, right? So according to Joe, you add E to your P-A-R-L, je parle. Then according to two, which is you add ES to your P-A-R-L, which is to parle, you speak or you are speaking. Now let's get to the next. Okay, Trend AQ says hi, hello, salut, bonjour, welcome to class. Please, if you are just joining in, we are conjugating ER verbs. How to conjugate ER verbs stresslessly in French. Now let's continue. So according to il, elle, on. So of course, il is he. Don't forget. Elle is she. On is we or one. Right? So now, according to il, elle, on, what do we add? We add E. Like the same thing we added for Joe. So il parle is he speaks or he's speaking. Elle parle, she speaks or she's speaking. On parle, we speak. One speaking, everyone is speaking. Do you get someone is speaking? So for these three pronouns now, it's the same thing. Just add your E to your parle. All right, the next one. For nous, if you're just joining in, I'm reading. I'd like to see your salut. I'd like to see your bonjour. And let me know you're enjoying the class. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe while you are watching. So now, according to nous, what do we add? It's simple. You just add your ONS. Nous parlons. So what does that tell you? For Joe, you are going to add E. For two, you're going to add ES. For il, elle, on, you're going to add E. For nous, you're going to add ONS. You see that? That nous parlons, meaning we speak or we are speaking. It's not parlons. The S is silent, okay? The star, hello, bonjour, welcome to our French live class, how to conjugate ER verb. So now you see, nous parlons, we are speaking or we speak. So you don't have to say nous sommes parlons. Wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that. You just say nous parlons, we speak, nous parlons, we are speaking. It's the same thing. Okay, so according to so according to vous, what do you add now? We add EZ. Sorry. EZ. You see that? Vous parlez. Vous parlez. Meaning you speak, You are speaking. So you'll be wondering, how many you do we have? If you've not watched our lesson on personal pronouns, please go back after this live class and watch our live class on personal pronouns. It's going to help you differentiate the tu and vous in French. Okay? So let's get on. The last one is they. Il is they for masculine. Elle is they for feminine. So go and watch that live video on personal pronouns. I don't want to bring the explanation back here. So go and watch the live video on personal pronouns. Just check under our live. You're going to see personal pronouns. Please watch it. So il and elle, what do we add? We add ent. You can see this. ent. Meaning, and please, it's not parlons, it's parle. We don't pronounce the ent. That's the sweetest part in French. You just get to know the pronunciations and apply it to every other word. So we don't say il parlent or il parlant. No, we just say il parle. And of course, you don't pronounce the S here too. We don't say ils parlent. We don't say elles parlons. We say il parle. They are speaking for the male. Elle parle. They are speaking for the female. And that's a simple way you apply this in French. Do you see that? Il parle, they are speaking for the male. Elle parle, they are speaking for the female. That's all. Okay, so let's look at it now. You see the step we went through with this, right? Take out the ER, put your PARL. For Joe, you add your E, je parle, I am speaking. For tu, you add your ES, tu parle, you are speaking. For il, elle, on, you just add your E. Il, elle, on parle, is speaking, she is speaking, one is speaking. For nous, you add your ONS. Nous parlons, we are speaking. For your vous, you add your EZ. Vous parlez, you are speaking. And for il, elle, which is the plural form for that's they, il, elle parle, not il, elle parlons. Please, we don't pronounce our ENT in our French verbs. So what do we add the ENT? Meaning they are speaking. Simple. But don't worry, I'm not going to leave you here. We're going to conjugate one more verb. So you know how to apply this even better with another verb in French. So let's come to another part of the board. So please don't forget, if you are just joining in, we want to see your hello, we want to see your bonjour, we want to see your salut, and if you have any question, feel free to drop it in the chat. And I hope you're learning. I want to see our responses. I want to see that you're really learning these ER verbs in French. So let me see your comments in the chat. I am learning. So now let's look at another verb. We have, let's do the verb to, what verb should we do? Okay, let's do a simple verb. Okay, the verb to sing, chanter. All right, look at it now. Chant. So chanter is the verb to sing. All right, okay, Trend says, awesome. I'm happy to know that you're learning, Trend. Well done. Okay, we're doing chanter now, the verb to sing. So you can see it. Chanter is an ER verb. It ends with ER. That makes it fall under the first group of verb, right? We did that earlier at the beginning of this class. So chanter, ER verb. Now, how do we conjugate it? Don't forget, the first step is to do what? Write your pronouns. Let's go now. Joe. Sorry. Joe, which is I, tu, you, il, elle, on, he, she, we, nous, we, vous, you, il, elle, they. So now, what's now the next thing we do? The next thing we do is to take out the ER. This chanter now, take it out. That's what we want to do. So I'm taking out the ER. What we have is CHANT. So let's take it down again. CHANT. The next. CHANT. Again. CHANT. In French now. CHANT. The last one. CHANT. You see that now? We've taken out the ER. And this is what we have now. We have just chant, 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 chant. It's not chant, it's chant. Because French AN is pronounced on. Okay? So we say chant and not chant. Don't forget that. So now, what do we do? We've gotten the base now, right? This is our base, right? This is our base. So what's the next thing we do? According to Joe, you're going to add E, like we did for parler. Je chante. Please, it's not je chanter. I beg. It's not je chanter. It's je chante. Why? Because the E at the end is not pronounced. Okay, please, for me to change my marker. Je chante, meaning what? I am singing. Okay, je chante, I am singing. Then according to 2, what do we add? We add ES. You can see it's different. Okay, let me just add what we add with the blue marker. We add ES, meaning what? You are singing. You see that? According to il, elle, on, what do we add? We add T. Il, elle, on chante, which can mean he or she, or one is singing. Do you see that? According to nous, what do we add? We add ONS. Nous chantons, meaning we are singing. According to vous, what do we add? We add EZ. EZ. Vous chantez, you are singing. Then according to il, elle, the plural now, we add ENT. And please, the ENT is not pronounced. It's il chante, elle chante. Meaning what? They are singing. That's all. Like the French verb is so simple for the ER verbs. Really simple. Don't forget, the first step, take this out. Right? Then look at what we did. We arranged it here. Right? According to Joe, you add your E. Simple. It's chante. Je chante, not chanter. Je chante. I am singing. 2, we add ES. You can see it. That as the pronoun is changing, what we are adding is changing. You see that? So 2 chants, I am singing. Il, elle, on chante. He or she or one is singing. Nous chantons, we are singing. Vous chantez, you are singing. Il, elle chante. ENT not pronounced. They are singing. That's a simple way to conjugate your ER verb. Like you can use it for basically almost all your ER verbs, except the few exceptions we have. But the exceptions should not be treated in this class. For verbs like end with GER, CER, they change. You just have to add something when it gets to new, but that will not be for this class. Okay, so we're going to do a class work now to end this class. So I would like to know if you have any question. I'll be reading it in the chat. If you have any question regarding the ER verb. If you don't, let's do the class work together, right? So you know how to, you just get to practice how to conjugate the ER verb. So this was a parler we did earlier. You can see it's Joe, E, tu, ES, IL, on, E, nous, ONS, vous, EZ, EL, ENT. It's the same thing. Let's do a class work now, all right? So I hope you're ready. I hope you are ready. Okay? Please, if you are with us. So let's look at the verb. We're going to conjugate the verb arriver. That's to arrive. To arrive in French. Now, so how do we say I am arriving? It can also mean I am coming in some cases in French. Okay, arriver can mean to arrive. It can also mean to come. For example, j'arrive. I'm coming. That can work too as arriver. Okay, so now let's look at the first part. So we're going to write it down, and you're going to write the meaning for me. You're going to write the verb for me. Tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, and elle. Okay, so let's look at this. So you wonder why it's J apostrophe. Okay, so you'll be wondering why we have J apostrophe. Why do we have J apostrophe? Can I have someone tell me in the chat? You know, earlier we've been doing Jo, J-E-J-E-J-E. But now it's J apostrophe. So where's the E? Why is the E not here? Can anybody tell me why? I would like to see it in the chat. Can anyone tell me why it's not here? Why do we have J apostrophe? Why don't we have J-E? Okay, I'm waiting for your comments in the chat. All right, very good. I've seen that. Okay, so that's because the first letter is a vowel. Chidima, a round of applause for Chidima. That's amazing. You got it. Good. Because the first letter of the verb is a vowel. Good. So we cannot have Jo arrive. Instead, we're going to remove the E from the Jo and J apostrophe, then arrive. We added our E. So I'm going to write down, of course, the first step is take out the ER, right? So I'm going to write it down for us. So we have this. We have this. We have this, right? After taking out the ER, right? Okay, so it's already arranged. Now let's go to Jo. So, sorry, for 2. So what do we add for 2? So how do you say you're arriving? How do you say, I already broke it down for us, right? I already removed the ER and just wrote the base for you. So now what we are going to end here, that's what we want to know. So I'm reading our chart. What do we add for 2? For Jo, we already added E, j'arrive. I'm arriving. J'arrive, I'm coming. Like I said, arrive can go for arrive and also to come. Okay, John says to, John is message that just started. Okay, Pudi, very good. To arrive, very good. Meaning you are arriving or you are coming. We are getting it. Good. So you see what Pudi did? Pudi added ES. Because why? She knows that we are conjugating it with 2. And from our previous lessons, we say when you're conjugating it with 2, you add your ES. Very good, Prudy. I like that. So now, according to il, on, what do we add? I'm waiting. Okay, John. Okay, John is 2. It's not TY. Okay, John is 2 arrive. TU, not TY. Okay, so now I'm waiting for the next one. So for the il, on, that is he, she, and we. What do we add? What do we add? What do we add? Because I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting for your chats. Because I need to be sure you understand this lesson. And this also encouraged me to continue these life lessons with you. Okay? So for il, on, what do we add? That's for he, for she, and for we. John, very good. Il arrive with an E. Correct. I like that. Il arrive with an E. So it can be il arrive. It can also be elle arrive. It can also be on arrive. You see these 3 pronouns? They have the same ending to their verbs. Okay, we said that earlier. They have the same ending to their verbs. So il arrive is arriving. Elle arrive, she is arriving. On arrive, one or we are arriving. The star, very good. I see that. You got that. Very good. Now let's go to nous quickly. So for nous, how do we say we are arriving? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay? I'm waiting. Who's going to tell us for nous? What's the answer for nous? Who's telling us? Who's telling us? Okay, wow. Why is John winning everything? Like, can we have other persons come up too and, try to go ahead of John? Okay, so John gets it again. John says, nous arrivons. Very good. Nous arrivons, meaning we are arriving. Okay, Prudy has a question. No, Okafor, please, is arrivons with an S. We don't just pronounce the S when we are saying it. All right? But it's arrivons with an S. The S must be at the end. Okay? Okafor, Chidera, please take note. You must add the S at the end. So arrivons with an S. But we do not pronounce the S. Okay? Take note of that. Okay, Prudy says, a question. If it's j'arrive, why isn't the same rule applicable to to and elle? Thank you so much, Prudy. A very good question. So the rule I mentioned, it only applies to Jo. All right? I know the rule is that we shouldn't have 2 vowels together in French. Very correct. But French are always exceptions. So this rule of removing the E before the vowel, okay, it's only for Jo. It does not apply to It does not apply to il or elle. It doesn't apply to any other one other than do. That is how it is in French. Okay? Please take note of that, Prudy. I hope I answered your question. All right. So now the next one is vous. Let's go to vous. All right. So what's the one answer for vous? We can tell us the answer for vous. So children, don't forget is that it's O-N-S. It's not S-O-N. You have to add the O-N-S. So for vous, it's going to tell us. We're moving. Almost done. Okay, Okafor Chidera gets this correctly. Very good. John gets it. Chidema gets it. We are doing well. Vous arrivez. Very correct. So according to vous, what do you add? You add EZ. Vous arrivez. You are arriving. Very good. And then the last one was going to tell us the last one. Pretty, you're welcome. The last one for il-elle. Il-elle. So how do you say they are arriving? They are arriving, going. Chidima gets it. Very good. E-N-T. Il-elle arrive. They are arriving. John is really very active in this class. I think John actually answered everything as well. Other people answered, but like John made sure he participated in every part of it. That's very good. So il-elle arrive. They are arriving. So you know what? Before I go, I want to give you just few verbs that you should know in ER verbs. Or like I said, we have a verb. We have a book for our French verb. Learn French with ease. So you can reach out to us on WhatsApp, or you can just check our bio on our YouTube. You see all our links to join our websites, to see our website and see where you can get that book, or where you can also reach out to us on WhatsApp on different platforms, okay? So you can get that book. So we have, let's look at ER verbs quickly. You can have the verb aimer. You see it now. Aimer, to like. You see, ER. Monter, to climb. ER. Do you see that? Danser, to dance. ER. Like there are so many verbs, but I'm going to end here. So many. So see, I already taught you how to stresslessly conjugate these verbs. How to stresslessly conjugate these verbs. I already taught you. So now you see aimer now. You already know how to conjugate it. Take out the ER and then you know where to continue. For monter, take out the ER, you know where to continue. For danser, take out the ER, you know where to continue. That's all. It's really very simple. So while you're just after this class or at your free time, try to apply this thing. Gem, I like. Of course, you now know that this A is going to be J apostrophe, then A-I-N-E. Why? Because it begins with a vowel. But it only applies to Joe and not other pronouns. So take out your free time and try to, make a sentence with any of these verbs. I trust and believe that you had a good time in our live class today. So I want to see our comments. I really want to see the comments, and I want you to let me know that indeed, though, I have had a good time in today's live class. So I'm waiting. I want to see one comment. So one word for today's class. One word for today's class. How did today's class go for you? Was it interesting? Did you enjoy it? Okay, I can see our likes and all, but I really want to see our comments too. Okay, John says awesome. Okay, that's encouraging. I'm happy to hear that. Others that learned something in today's class. How did today's class go for you? If you want me to come back here on Wednesday, better encourage me now and let me know how today's class. Really, I'd like to know if you actually learned, right? I'd like to know if you're making progress with these live classes. Okay, Trent says great lesson. Prudy says insightful. Okay, Adetoro says good. Okay, Chidima says educative. Okay, very happy that we are enjoying this live class. So now, like I said, there's someone on your contact that needs this live class. Don't hold back. Okay, share, like, and subscribe. Okay, you have to subscribe. I said earlier, turn on the notification so you can see when we're having our live classes. But normally we have it on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays by 9 a.m. So on Wednesday could be how to conjugate IR verb. We did ER verb today. Wednesday could be how to conjugate IR verb. So don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And of course, you want to learn French for Canada relocation purpose. You want to travel to Canada. You want to learn French. You need French. That's the easiest route to get to Canada. Just get to our bio on YouTube. click our website or click to reach us on WhatsApp, and we're going to help you seamlessly, stresslessly to prepare for that French exam. Or you want to travel to a French country, reach us now. Top Français, we are here for you. So don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Bisous, au revoir, artists. See you on Wednesday by 9 a.m. Nigerian time. Au revoir, merci.